Yo, what goes on, everybody? Walker Dead here, back at again with another episode for you guys. This is season 2, episode 7 of my Walker Dead Reboot series titled Fight Forward. Thank you all so much for the love and support. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, let's get into this episode now, shall we? The episode begins with everybody in the camp eating dinner, and Glenn just looking at Maggie as she's doing her daily routine thing. Glenn is like, I gotta tell the group about the walkers in the barn. Glenn is like, guys, the barn's full of walkers. Everybody's looking at Glenn like, what the fuck is going on? And John's look is very like, what the fuck, there's walkers in the barn? What the fudge? Oh my goodness. And Shane is not happy about this one bit. He is like, we gotta do something about it. The next shot is Shane looking in the barn as you see the walkers. Because it's really dark in there, and they see the walkers in the barn, like Glenn said, and Shane is just freaking out by this, and he's like, Jesus fuck, this is our lives, man. Andrew says, lower your voice. Vesta says, well, we can't just sweep this under the rug. John's like, Rick, what do you suggest? Rick says, we gotta talk to Hershel. We gotta talk him into clearing this barn. Shane says, well, we gotta either go in there, clear the barn, or we just gotta get the fuck out. We've been talking about Fort Benny for a long time. Rick says we can't go. Shane is then arguing and saying, okay then, why, Rick? Why? Carol says, because my daughter's still out there. Carol. I think it's time to consider the other possibilities. Rick's like, we can't go, Shane. We can't go. John agrees and says, we gotta find this girl no matter what it takes. And Daryl's like, yeah, we're close to finding this girl. I found a damn doll a few days ago. Shane says, well, that's all you did, Daryl. That's all you found, a doll. And then Daryl then gets wound up and says, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. John and Rick are saying, calm down, just take a breath. As Daryl screams, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And then Shane screams and says, I'm just saying what needs to be said here. Because think about it. If she was really out there in the woods, she would have been out there. Or hell, if she saw you all bent out of shape, all that blood gushing down your face, hell, she probably would have ran in the other direction. Daryl's like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Hey, Rick, calm down. Rick says, calm down. Shawn's trying to break up the fight, and she's screaming, you coming at me, boy? I'm gonna kick your ass, Daryl. As Lori gets into the fight and grabs Shane, trying to say, calm down. Shane breaks it off and says, take your hands off me. Rick then is like, let me talk to Hershel. Alright? Let me figure it out. Shane screams, boy, what the fuck do you gotta figure out? As Lori and John scream enough, Rick says, and as he screams, well, if we're gonna go in there, if we're gonna clear this barn, I need to talk him into it. This is his land. And then Glenn's like, Maggie told me yesterday night that yeah, there's walkers in the barn. Rick's like, you knew? And then that's when Glenn's like, yeah. I was trying to set up a camp in the barn, and then I heard something, and then I turned on my flashlight, and then bam, that's how I noticed there's multiple walkers in the barn. And then Maggie came and told me that you weren't supposed to see this, that there's walkers in the barn because the more walkers they put in there, the more it feels more safer and more that the land feels more safer, and that Maggie says her mother and her brother Shawn are walkers in that barn and that they're in there. Rick is like, Jesus, damn. And Shane is still freaking out. He is like, yeah, we need to fucking do this now. And Rick screams, enough! As you hear all the walkers that are in the barn, multiple walkers are just hitting on the door and they're just smashing on the door just like in the show. Everyone is like freaking out by this and they have no fucking clue as to what to do. The next shot is Carol in the woods and she is just desperate to find her daughter at this point. She sees Daryl as she asks Daryl why is he out in the woods. Daryl says I'm still in this and looking for Sophia, and John told me that he's out there as well. Carol asks, is he okay? Carol says yeah, he's fine. He should be back soon, hopefully. Carol's like, I gotta tell you something. Daryl says, what is it? Carol goes up to Daryl and kisses him on the mouth, and Daryl is just drops his crossbow and he's just enjoying this, as Carol says, "You are a good man, Daryl, and I love you with all my heart." And if anyone can find my little girl, I know you would do it. As Daryl kisses Carol back, and as Daryl takes his clothes off, as Carol takes their clothes off, they get into a scuffle as they're having sex with each other. And the next shot pans out where we see Vesta and Andrea at the table, and they are just wondering they're just concerned for Sophia, and they just are just missing her so fucking much, and they are just concerned for her. And Vesta's like, I'm gonna talk to Rick to see if I can get in one of those cars and look for her in the vehicle. Andrew says, I'll go with you. Vesta says, are you sure? Andrew says, of course. I'm concerned for that little girl, man. It's been fucking days and we still haven't found her yet. And I feel like it's the right thing to do, to look for her. Vesta says, fair enough. I'll talk to Rick. See if we can go. You and me. The next shot is Vesta talking with Rick, and Vesta's like Rick, me and Andrew have been talking, and we want to take one of the cars to go look for Sophia via vehicle, if that's okay with you. Rick says, yeah, absolutely. Anything they'll find that little girl, clues, hints, anything can help at this point. I'm on my way to Herschel's house to talk to Hershel, and hopefully, cross my fingers that he would have let us clear the barn. But then again, I also see the reason as to why he will be, not letting us, go in the barn and, clear stuff out. But we'll see. I'm gonna have to talk to him. Vesta says, go talk to him. You got this, Rick. Rick says, thanks. Rick opens the door and he goes in and knows Herschel's eating. Rick's like, so, you okay? Herschel says, yeah, I'm fine. It's just I've been working so hard lately. Rick says, we can help you with your work. Herschel says, it's my field to tend. Rick then says, you and I have our differences, the way we view the walkers, those people. They could be alive, they could be dead, but I believe my people, we are alive, right here, right now, talking to you. The first time I saw a walker, it was half a body snapping at me, and my instinct was not to kill it, but I had to. Well, your son Billy told me that he heard that you saw and heard everything on the news and on the radio. Well, it's been a long time since the camera stopped rolling. My wife's pregnant. Hershel turns to Rick and like, what the fuck? And Rick's like, that's either a gift here or a death sentence from out there. Hell, if we were to stay, we could help you. We could secure in this place. We could survive together. And Hershel then screams and says, Rick, we can't. My mind is clear, and my mind is made up. And Rick says, think about it. Please, think about what you're doing. Hershel said, I thought about it. Rick screams, think again. I thought about it. Well, think about it again, man, alright? We can't go back out there. As Rick walks away, he just opens the door and slams it as Beth is noticing this. As Hershel looks at Beth with a little concern on his face, but Beth is then like, if Rick and the crew leave, then John will leave as well, and she doesn't want John to leave. As she walks away, as she's a little upset, Billy then comes out of the bathroom and is like, hey sis, you okay? Beth says, I'm fine. As Billy looks to Hershel and he's like, Dad, what'd you say to her? Hershel says nothing. Professor and Andrea are driving Maggie's vehicle to around the woods, but it's like 9 miles out, and they are just driving around the woods looking for Sophia, or hopefully a possible clue as to finding her. And that's like, you and Dale. Andrea's like, don't start. I'm like, come on, Andrea. You know you two love each other. I'm happy for you, really. I'm glad you're happy. Andrea says thanks. As they stop the car, they notice 5 dead walkers brutally killed on the road. Vesta and Andrea get out of their vehicles to investigate as they see a blood trail into the woods. 2 blood trails actually. Vesta tells Andrea, I'll take this way, take the other way. Andrea says agreed. As Andrea is still walking, following the blood trail, as the blood trail ends, they see a dead cow hanged to a tree. And Andrea is shocked by this, and she's like, holy shit. As she tries to scream for Vesta for help, as she's trying to scream Vesta's name, she sees this man holding a rifle. As the man saying, get your filthy paws off your weapon now. And it is the man holding this rifle is revealed to be Harlan. That's right. The main villain is back. Andrea drops her rifle as Andrea asks Harlan, what the hell do you want? Harlan says, I want you to take me to your farm. Andrea, in a savage way, says, that's not gonna fucking happen, you stupid asshole. You're gonna have to kill me. And Harlan says, no. I'm not gonna kill you, sweetheart. I am gonna kidnap you. I'm gonna kidnap you and your friend, and I'm gonna make sure you talk, because if you don't, then you'll just end up dead. If you don't give me what I want, I'll just kill you and your friend. Hell, I'll kill that little girl I have in back of my van. Andrea then's like, Sophia, if you hurt her, knocks out Andrea with his weapon. As he spits on the ground, he says, well, I guess we're gonna have to do this the hard way now, aren't we? As Harlan and his livers grab Andrea and Vesta, they grab them both and put them both in the back of their van. It is revealed that Sophia has been captured by the livers, and Sophia is in the back of this van crying and in tears and in fear. Andrea and Vesta is like, Sophia, are you okay? Sophia says, they right. Andrea says, it's okay. It's okay. We're here. We're gonna get you out of this, okay? Okay? Sophia doesn't say anything, as she is just sad and scared and doesn't want to say anything. The next shot is Rick going to Shane, and Shane's like asking Rick, what did Hershel say? Rick says, we're still working things out. Shane says, the clock's ticking, Rick. Rick says, no it isn't, Shane. The barn was full of walkers this whole time. Hell, we didn't know about it until this morning. Shane says, well, we know about it now, right? Rick says, yeah, right, but still, we need to figure out a way. We have to make this work. Shane then's like, why do you want to stay here when it's not safe? I don't. Rick then says, we will. I have faith that we will make it safe. Shane says, well, how are we going to do that? Rick says, I'll figure it out. We'll find a way as a group to figure it out. We will find a way to figure it out. And Shane slams on the tractor saying, no, it's not okay. And then Rick screams, Lori's pregnant. Oh shit. And Shane's like, holy shit. Did you tell John? John knows. I told him last night. You're the second one who knows. I haven't even told Carl yet. Or the rest of the group. But I can't right now because what's going on. I'll see if I can talk to Hershel again, but I need more time, Shane, okay? Have faith in me. You good? Shane's like, yeah, man. Where's having a baby, man? Congratulations. Rick's mom says thank you. As Shane has this worried look on his face, and he just knows that the baby's his. He can just feel it in his gut. The next shot is Hershel in his kitchen getting a cup of coffee as Beth comes in the room. Beth is cutting some hot dogs as Hershel's like, hey honey. Beth's like, hey dad. We're in this group. We're just trying to prove your case, honey. They're a strong group. They would have to survive harder, and they're just gonna have to find themselves their own farm. Beth says, that's it. Huh. Beth then says there's no other barns. All of them has been either burned down or, well, taken over by walkers. Hershel's like, walkers. So we just keep these people here forever. How are they my responsibility? Beth then says, a new command my mom gave to me and you. Love one another is what you told me. To be honest with you, I was mad at my stepmother. Mad at her for getting with you instead of Mike's mom. All I wanted to do was become a famous singer, tour the country, and maybe every once in a while drink and shoplift. But I didn't, because I wanted to stay on this farm and be with you and my brothers and my sisters and with my mom and with Maggie. But when I was a little girl, wasn't mean to you or to anybody. Hershel says, "Is this about you and the Marine man? Can I just?" Beth says, "No. His name is Shawn Miller. He may be a former Marine, but he is the nicest man I have ever fucking met in my life. And he is a good, wonderful man, and he is willing to help you out. And him and Rick and Shane can't do that if you're being a dick now, are you? And another thing too, this is not about me and John. This is not about being you. It's about who you are. Who you're gonna be. Don't do this. Some things aren't the way you think they are. They aren't. Turning away a pregnant woman isn't the right thing. You know it isn't. It isn't the right thing to do. Is that what you want to do? As Billy, Arnold, and Lacey and all the other Greenes and Jimmy and Patricia are in the background, just listening to the conversation as they're making funny faces. Hershel was thinking to myself, even though he's a little upset, he apart from knows that Beth is right, so he says, "I'll talk to Rick." Beth gets all excited and says, "Thanks, Daddy," and kisses Hershel on the cheek. Says, "Thank you very much. You're not going to regret this." Hershel says, "Well, I hope not." Hershel goes outside and he just asks Rick, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?" Rick says, "Sure." If you and your people are going to be staying with us, you need to see the walkers how I see them. Sick people I believe that can be restored. If you and your people are going to stay with us, you need to at least view them the way I view them. You stay here, you have to live by my rules. My barn, my farm, my say." Rick says, "Agreed, and I'll talk with the others." As they handshake on a deal. John Miller comes back from his search, and Beth's like, "Are you okay?" John's like, "No, I just went out there and I was looking for Sophia and I couldn't find her." Beth says, "It's okay, you'll find her." John says, "Thanks. Hey, I found this flower. I don't know if you would like it or not. But from what Daryl told me, it's a Cherokee rose. A white flower that came from the Indians of the land of the Trail of Tears, something of that nature. I just thought you should have it." Beth says, "Thanks very much," as she kisses John on the cheek, and he just smiles as he just walks away. Then the next shot is Shane in the woods. As he is just walking, he notices Dale's trying to hide the guns. Shane's like, "So it was you who took the guns for the RV?" Dale says, "Yeah, what are you gonna do? Beat me to death? Or what, you're gonna kill me like you did Otis?" Shane's like, "Now, you know what needs to be done, Dale. We need those guns. Without those guns, how can we defend ourselves? How can we kill those walkers that are in the barn? What if the walkers... Whatever. If you really understood If you really care about the group, why don't you just give me those guns? Daryl says, I can't do that. Do I have to kill you? Do I have to shoot you? Is that what it's gonna take? Shane says, yeah. That's what it's gonna take. This is where you belong, Shane. This world, the way it is, this is where you belong. And how I might not have what it takes to last long. Guess what? That's okay. Because at least when the world went to shit, I didn't let it drag me down with it. Shane says, fair enough. Still gives Shane guns, and as he walks away. As Shawn is walking to Hershel's house, he's walking by and he sees Daryl and Carol like half naked and they're like putting clothes on, and John's like, well, would you look at this? Well, looky here. Daryl Dixon getting in bed with a girl. Daryl says, shut up. And John's like, hey, don't worry, I'm not gonna tell nobody. Listen, your secret's safe with me. Daryl says, thanks. As they both smile, and John's like, come on, we gotta get back to the farm. Maggie then comes as she says, where's Andrea and Vesta? John says, well, Brick said they went off to go find Sophia. That's what he told me. And Maggie then tells John that Brick took Hershel to go get some walkers, and John's like, before to put them in the barn. Maggie, those things are dangerous. I know you can't see it, but I've seen what those things have done to people. They have killed and eaten people right in front of my eyes. I think you have too. Shane then comes with the guns, and as Shane says, it says here, a gun. Maggie asks where's Dale? Glenn says Shane says he's on his way. Shane asks T-Dog, can you carry? And T-Dog says, yeah, but I thought we weren't holding guns. Shane says, we can, we have to. Listen, there's no more time picking daisies here when we all thought this place was safe, but now we know it ain't. How about you, Alan? We want to protect yours? Alan says, hell yeah. Then Maggie's like, can you stop? You do this? You hand out these guns, my dad will make you leave tonight. Carl then's like, we have to stay, Shane. As Ward comes out and says, what is this? Shane says, doing what we should have been. Now listen. Now Hershel, he'll understand how he's gonna have to. Here, Carl, you take this gun. You protect your parents. You know how to use it. Go on, Carl, take the gun. Lori then comes in and says, Rick said no guns. This is not your call. This is not your decision to make. T-Dog's like, holy shit. And John and the others are looking at Rick. Rick is with Hershel and Jim trying to bring some walkers, two walkers in the barn. Shane sees this and he just like, what is that? Like in the show, as him and everyone from the group are running, and Shane's just freaking out and saying, Shane says, what are you doing? Rick says, Shane, back off. Hershel then says, why do you people have guns? Shane screams and says, you see this? You see what they're holding on to? Hershel screams, I see who I'm holding on to. No, man, you don't. These things, they are people. They're dead. These things right here, they're the things that killed Amy. They killed Otis. Hell, they'll kill all of us if we don't fucking act now and do something. Rick screams, back off! And Shane then grabs his gun and says, Hershel, let me ask you something. So, a living, breathing person, tell me, can they walk away from this? As he fires his gun 3 times into the walker, as Rick is screaming, stop it! As then Shane is like screaming, 3 rounds to the chest. Can someone alive? Can they just take that? Why is it still coming? Boom, shooting it again. And then that's where he says, his lungs, his heart, why is it still coming? As he's shooting it 3 times again, Rick screams, enough! As John is right behind Rick, and he's like, what the fuck is going on? And then Shane, and Shane's like, you're right, man. That is enough. And he just shoots the walker in the head. As Hershel is in complete shock by this, and he's like, holy shit. John now noticing what Shane just did, and he's just looking at Shane. Him and Rick are looking at Shane like, what the fuck is going on? Not only that, they think Shane is losing his mind and have no idea what he just did. And then that's where Shane screams, enough! Risking our lives for a little girl who's gone! Enough! Trying to live right next to a barn of walkers trying to kill us! Enough! Rick, it ain't how it was before. Now, if you want to live, if you want to survive, you gotta fight for it. You gotta fight for it right here, right now. I'm taking this down. As Rick's screaming, Hershel, take this thing. Take this asshole. Hershel, take it. As Rick busts down the doors, not Rick, but after Shane busts down the doors, he grabs the wood, throws on the ground. He grabs his weapon, throws on the grass as well. He takes out his gun as he is slamming on the doors for the walkers to come out. And as Rick is also screaming, no! And John's screaming, no! What the fuck is wrong with you? No! This is not the way to do things, Shane. Shane, as John Miller is screaming, and Rick. That's when Rick screams, "Brother, this is not the way. This is not the way." As Glenn, Alan, and Lori are all screaming, "Don't do it!" And then that's where Shane gets this angry look on his face, and then that's where he whispers, "Come on, come on." And then that's where Lacey Greene comes out of nowhere with her AK-47 and just kills 3 walkers. Daryl, T-Dog, John, and Glenn are like have no other choice but to shoot up all these walkers in the barn. As Lacey Greene is trying to put her brother Shawn down, that's where a walker version of Annette comes out of nowhere and bites Lacey Greene on the face. Hershel is screaming, "No!" as 2 walkers also tackle her to the ground, devouring her body. John grabs his shotgun and puts down the 3 walkers. As Daryl, John, Glenn, and the others, they just have their guns and they are shooting at all of the walkers as Hershel is crying and screaming, as so is Maggie, Beth, and Billy, and the other members of the Greene family. And Jimmy is just like, what the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? And they are just shooting, and I mean shooting at all the walkers, all of them being dead. John is freaking out by this, and he is like, holy shit, because he just noticed that Lacey Greene is crying and suffering, and she just got bit multiple times on her face and on the body. John does not know what to do. He's in panic, but all the walkers that were in the barn, they're all dead, but before they can just put all their guns down, a walker comes out of the barn, and it is revealed to be Arnold Greene. Arnold Greene comes out of the barn as a walker, and he is like, and everybody, even John and everyone in the group is like, holy smokes. Hershel is crying, and he is just crying in sadness and in pain. He is just upset. He is just really upset. Beth is crying as John comforts Beth, and he says everything's gonna be fine now. Everything's gonna be okay. Beth says no, it's not. Beth just at this point is really upset, and so is everybody else of the Greene family. They're just really upset by this. Rick then notices Walker Arnold, and he just takes out his gun, and that's where we get this famous badass Rick moment where he grabs his gun and shoots the Walker in the head. As everybody is torn and upset by this, and they have no fucking idea what to do next. And boom, that is the end of the episode. The next episode is gonna be the second part of the mid-season finale. This was the first part of the mid-season finale, season 2, episode 8. It's going to be the second part of the mid-season finale. So expect some crazy stuff to happen in that episode. Expect some character mentions, and expect the mid-season, expect a major character to die in the mid-season. In the second part of the double mid-season finale of season 2 of my Walking Dead reboot series of this season. I will say and tease this: the major character that's gonna die next episode is gonna be the major character death of the season, and it's gonna be an impactful death. It's not gonna be a stupid death like in the show. It's gonna be an impactful death. It's gonna mean something, and it's gonna impact our characters in a really emotional way, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. And please like, comment, and subscribe for more episodes like this in the future. Please hit that notification bell. Please hit that like button. Please share this episode with all your Walking Dead friends and family. Give this as many likes as possible. I'll see you guys in the next episode. And as always, peace out.